Come on, DC! Come on!
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling. Got the chatter.
A hero.
Aquaman. Okay, so Aquaman is a new movie into the DCEU. Dang it, more DCEU. If you've been watching this channel from the very beginning, you know I'm not a fan of the DCEU. I thought Man of Steel was okay. I'm not a fan of Batman vs. Superman. I thought the movie was boring, just lame. I hate so. I think Suicide Squad is terrible. I really loved Wonder Woman, and I also thought Justice League kind of sucked. So yeah, that's my DCEU reviews. And when I went into this, when I saw the first trailers to this movie, I was not confident. I honestly thought this movie was going to be another Justice League because they weren't good trailers. These were bad trailers. The trailers for this movie were very, very just not well done. I thought the first trailer was okay. I mean, I didn't like it in the trailer reaction, but I thought that trailer was okay. Then the second trailer I saw, the extended video, I thought was really boring, and I just hated the extended video. I don't know why so many people I thought the action was cool, but I didn't think it was amazing like other people did. I thought the final trailer was just kind of I thought it was okay. But I was really, 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 really hoping for this movie to be good, but I didn't really think it was gonna be good. Main reason being, DCEU is completely a mess right now. It's falling apart right now. So I did not expect this movie to be that good. And also, I didn't really like Aquaman that much in Justice League. Like, no, don't at me, bro. I just didn't like him in that movie. I thought he was generic, and he just had the same lines of, my man, and yeah, it wasn't cool. I just didn't really like his character that much in this movie. But I really like Jason Momoa as an actor, so I was really hopeful that this movie would be good. So, by God, I was really, really hoping this movie was going to be good. Then I got good reviews, and I thought, okay, I was skeptically optimistic going into this, so I really hoped it would be good, and I can say it's good. It is a good movie. It's not perfect. It's not the savior of the DCEU good. But I quite enjoyed this movie. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was very fun, entertaining. It's a blockbuster action movie. That being said, I had quite a few problems with this movie. But as it stands, most people enjoy this movie. Go check this one out. I had a great time watching it. We'll first point out a couple of the actors in this movie. No one stood out in this movie as bad to me. I liked all the characters too. I liked, I spent like an hour since I've seen it because I had to go to my grandma's house and have dinner. But it was more, whatever, his sidekick is, they're going to be in a relationship, predictability. That character that's in the trailer who I didn't think was going to be cool. She was cool. She was actually pretty badass. Quite liked Aquaman. Jason Momoa is just a great actor, and I really liked him. I thought the action with him was cool. I thought he was a cool character. I don't think he's fit to be king, so I don't know if that's the entire aspect this movie should have gone from. But whatever, it's not my cinematic universe to choose from. Yeah, I liked some of the other characters. Just as it stands, the other characters in this movie weren't that amazing to me. They weren't bad characters, but most of them were just kind of there. Yeah, they were just cool, I guess. But the villain in this movie, we can talk about him. Well, Black Manta, actually, he's in this movie. I actually thought Black Manta was pretty cool for the way he's in it. Black Manta's in this movie a couple times. He's very underused this movie, because when he's actually in the, when I was watching the trailer to this movie, I was really hoping he was going to be in this movie a lot more, and his setup in this movie is really cool. He's a very interesting character. He was freaking underused. I thought he was cool when he was on screen, but he's not really in the movie that much. He's just kind of there. He's just kind of the side villain, and yeah, this movie also has a lot of cliches in it. Like, a lot of them. It's just kind of spoilers if I say a lot of them are, but there's a lot of the very cliche, cringe moments in it. And there were a couple moments where it goes to a flashback of when he's a kid and when he's training, and whoever they picked for the actor of him sucked. I swear to God. The kid actor was bad, and his teenage actor was bad. It reminded me of Anakin from the prequels bad. Like, he's like, oh, when am I going to learn when am I going to learn to go to Atlantis? When am I going to meet my mothers? It's really cringy, and I really hated his character in those moments. Other moments, I really liked Aquaman, the actual character Aquaman. I thought he was cool. But I didn't really like the child actor, whoever played him as a kid. Yeah. Of course, the villain in this movie, the main villain in this movie, I think is Orman or something. I don't know. He's like Arthur's half brother or whatever. I didn't like him very much. Sadly, I was hoping for more of an actually interesting villain. But sadly, you don't really see where it's going. He's just this big end-the-world bad guy. He's not interesting or cool or anything like that. One technique this movie did that I really kind of loved, actually, was one thing this movie does so well is there's a couple action scenes in this movie where the whole action scene is just this one shot, panning around the whole thing. And I thought I was going to hate this, but it's really impressive. Like, how do you actually film that? I don't know. Like, do you have like I know it's most likely CGI, but I would assuming you film it is you kind of have a camera just kind of moving around. It's shot so well in this movie. Like, there's a lot of scenes in the movie. Like, one of the first action scenes in the movie, there's like this big house fight, and they're like hitting everyone. The whole thing's just like this camera moving around, and it is shot so well. And there's a lot of action scenes in the movie that are shot with this one shot thing. And I thought it was really awesome. It looks like a video game to me, which is something I really thought was cool. I thought it was a great technique used in this movie. And I hope other movies use this, because I thought it was a nice, cool technique. There's this one, so they sent a video where that one chase with Black Manta is by far my favorite action scene in this movie, because it's, the action, like I pretty much already said, the action in this movie is freaking great. It's very entertaining, very big, very fun. Like, there's a lot of scenes in this movie where there's like this scene where they're just all running, and they're like jumping on roofs. They're sliding, tiles are falling. It's just this really big action scene. I thought it was freaking awesome. It's all done in one shot. Like, there's this one soldier. He's like running through all these walls, and it's just the camera's following him this whole time. Then it goes like out the window and shows the fight from above. Then it goes. It's so cool because it's not one take, because you know the majority of it's CGI. But however they film this, oh my god, and there's like two chases going on at the same time, so it pans to one chase, then the camera will move back and it'll show the other chase. And I swear, one of the shots went on for at least 3 minutes. Like, it was so cool. So awesome. I thought it was a great technique. I hope more movies use this technique. But yeah, I didn't really like the villain in this movie. I didn't really like the villains. I thought Black Manta was okay, just wish he was in it more. And I did not like Orwell or whatever. I thought it was generic and lame. And yeah, another problem I had with this movie was the over-reliance on CGI. Now, granted, we're talking about Atlantis here, and it would have been pretty impossible to do. I don't know another way to do it. But I just think, and I know this, the majority of this movie is CGI. It is a CGI-heavy movie. And you can tell when there's green screen most of the time. But one thing that just really bothered me out of this movie was I really wanted more of this. Like, I kind of wanted it to be more of a movie that was... I don't want it to be so CGI-focused. And it was way too CGI-focused. Because there's a lot of scenes where there's this big fight underwater. The fight's cool. Then it kind of goes out of water, and it really is jarring because it's just like, oh, now we're in real life. Like, you get used to the CGI, the whole CGI underwater worlds, and it goes to real life, and you're not used to it. You haven't adjusted yet, and it doesn't, and it's jarring and weird. And I don't know how they could have done it better, but I just think that, I don't know. I just didn't love the way that looked. But I did like the CGI in this movie. All the big monsters and whatnot, those were really cool. And the big ending battle of this movie is just this really, really big, epic action scene with just armies going at each other. I love it when it's so hard to do for movies because of how technical you have to be, but this movie went for it and made one big action scene where just this army's going toward this other army, and it's big, it's awesome, it's flying everywhere, it's really cool, it's really well done. There are a lot of cliches in this movie, sure, and I didn't love the villain out of this movie, sure, but I'm actually saying I didn't hate the plot of this movie. I thought it was an okay plot. Predictable, yes, but I thought it was an okay plot. I thought the characters were interesting enough, I thought the relationships were believable enough. As it stands, this is a good movie. It's pretty good. It's not great. Anything I'm really going to reflect back on, it's not the savior of the DCEU, but it's definitely one of the better DCEU movies. I was very pleased by this movie. I'm not going to buy it on DVD or anything, and it's one of the better DCEU movies. Very happy that I'm going to give it a good rating, but I will give Aquaman a good 7 out of 10. Not anything I'm ever going to think about again. Just enjoyed it enough. I'm going to go check it out again. Not when it's in theaters, but when it goes to Redbox, I'll go check it out again. Yeah, I quite enjoyed this movie. Tomorrow is the Mary Poppins Returns review, and I'll rank DCEU. No spoiler review for Aquaman either. Just not enough happened in this movie. I might make a video talking about what I want the sequel to be like, or just general later DCEU movies, because this could have a huge impact on DCEU as a whole. So yeah, I'll make a video talking about that. You already know a lot of the other stuff that's coming to the channel. We're talking about a lot of other reviews. Yeah, bye!